Welcome everyone to the newest edition of One Box Brew. Tonight, we finally have our final non-starter deck hero, Afanas Senka. I am excited to get into this deck. It is one of my favorite heroes, so let's look at their ability and then go through the deck quickly. Afanas Senka is a Yzmir hero that says when you play a spell, target character you control gains 1 boost. And then it has a lot of reminder text. Something that catches people off with this hero a lot is that it does not say the first spell you play. Tasia is a hero that says the first character you play gets a boost. This is when you play a spell, every spell you play. So, naturally, this deck wants more of a balance between characters and spells. Again, the One Box Brew decks and the deck intros are always more general. I'm never going to tell you how many of a card to play. That's kind of for you to figure out and how you like to play that specific hero. But the deck's idea is basically lower cost heroes with some utility heroes at the higher end, like Dorothy to send characters back to reserve. Mage Dancer to get more boost for playing spells is a key card in the deck. And then the spells are either Disruption or Draw. So Magical Training for Draw, Banishing Gate for Disruption, things like that. We are running Ride the Bifrost because I've never played this card, so I do hope we draw it. And then we have a couple permanents just to fill out the deck. Grassbug makes characters for us to boost up, and then Aether Shard to draw cards. Definitely could use tweaks to the deck, obviously, like all these One Box Brew decks, but it's a pretty simple idea. You play characters, you play spells, you try to outplay your opponent, and I'm excited to give it a try, and let's get into some games. We are playing against Doombringer, who was just in chat. I do think one of the funniest games we had was one of the Popper Traced videos. Hooked is by far the funniest card in the game. Alright, I have to keep both Mage Dancers. No spells, huh? I have to keep one Mage Dancer. I'm making mistakes. It's so good. Okay. Honestly, we're just gonna draw a card. I'm excited to be getting through the One Box Brew decks, though. We have the 6 starter decks left. And then it's only jank from here on out. From there on out. I had someone say that when I hooked their Buddha into the Hero Expedition, that should be an auto win for them since the companion and hero could meet. What? I mean, I guess. Why would you do this? Why would you not let me move? Make the game interesting. That's funny. People have some interesting takes in the game. Honestly, as often as I joke that I'm saying a hot take, I think my takes are like always mild. Some people say crazy stuff. I should probably keep the Sabotage, but after the last game, I just like don't trust it. Why would you do this? I'm so suspicious right now. actually. Should have. No, that was right. I was gonna say I should have put the other one to sleep, but it wouldn't have done anything. They are moving. Ooh, Baku. No. I really like Baku, but it's this is not the hero for that card, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna edit it tonight, and it should go up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to edit it as much as I can, but it was like 40 minutes of us talking about it, so it was pretty long. But yeah, I have opinions. I'll just say that. Okay, I have 5 mana. Why are you making me make decisions? Why would you do this to me? That makes sense. I can agree with that Tinkerbell play. You know what? I have to do this. I have to use this card. The whole AWOL event last night, Blue and I kept talking about how this is the next thing people have to get to work, is ride the Bifrost. So we're gonna ride the Bifrost. It's a funny card, but like I don't like it's so situational. So they have a hooked in hand, huh? That's what they just said in chat. Alright. We gotta catch up. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe that's like the point of the card. Maybe it's supposed to be Isotalk tech. I'm curious what people are gonna do with Waru now. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I've seen some people being like, it's gonna be terrible now. And I was like, well, you know, if one card was making your whole deck, I don't know what to tell you. They are gonna get to sabotage me. Yeah. I agree with both of those statements. Still gonna be good. Um, why would you do that? They have 3 mana left. So much. Okay. It's all unique that basically cancels all abilities on the other side, so you sleep that and you block abilities all day long. Was it just the council effect? The one that's like any enter ability doesn't happen? Or was it like, was it actually like cards don't have abilities? They should make that. That should be the next Ortis card is cards are blank. Cards your opponents play. Blank. Hmm. I'm highly suspicious of what they're doing. Why are you... Yeah, so it's like that's the council's ability. It basically means that like there's no enter effect. All right. I don't know if this is correct. I'm suspicious of what they're doing. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, that's pretty... It being on like a 1/2 cost is good. I like that ability, but like on the normal council, the council's just like expensive enough to where it always feels awkward to use the ability. You've seen an Ortis Trooper with that ability? That's funny. We're still 1 space behind. I don't really want to put anything in mana, but we kind of have to. Awkward. What's the general balance? I made this deck so long ago. So like with the community, does anyone know what the general balance for Afanas between characters and spells is? Obviously I'm limited by the fact that we have to build the deck out of 1 box, but I'm curious like how many more or less like spells or characters like a normal deck has. Posted 2 unique Muon cards, 1 discard 3 or lower cost, and the other 4 and above, both loose weeding on their turn with condition met. That's fun. Some like pretty hardcore control Muon. Okay, so we can play Sneezer Shroom and then Alice, I guess. Yeah, I I really, out of like all of the jank silly decks we've played, the characterless Yzmir deck has been my favorite, and I really hope they make more permanents that make characters so I can like keep making that deck better. But I wouldn't play a characterless Afanas deck like for real right now. But it was fun. Wow, it's so big. So if I go there, they'll still beat us. The rare brass black hive is a problem. when we played the characterless Afanas deck, it was like we either had Ortis Carrier in our opening hand or we got destroyed. So we will move. We're not losing terribly. I do think that this is the deck Doombringer plays in the AWOL events. And I've definitely seen them win with it. Maybe the newish Akesha, no one gets to play the game until I small step 3 times in a row is gonna be the new deck everyone hates. That would be cool. Can you make it a permanent so I can add it to the character list? Actually, yeah, a spell works too. Yeah. Are there any spells that make a character that's not like at common? I know there's like rare ones that like will make a character, but I don't think there's any at common. Open the gates. Yeah. That's expensive though. I want like a cheap one. Just for like the way I build the like Afanas characterless deck, I'd almost want like a really cheap permanent that made a 0/0/0 every turn. But it would be cool as a spell too. Just give me both. Yeah. What do I do? I'll have 8. Just get rid of the Baku again. Give me a 1-cost spell that makes a 0/0/0 and give me a 2-cost permanent that makes a 0/0/0 on the side of my choice every noon. That's what I want. Give it to me. And the rare version of the permanent can give it a boost, and the rare version of the spell can give you 2. I don't know. Okay, so we can do this. Give me way more ramp for Itzadi. Give me cards that make Arjun anything. It's very hard for me to answer what my favorite One Box Brew deck has been. It's very easy for me to answer what my least favorite has been. It's Arjun by like a mile. I do plan on after we finish all the One Box Brew decks, making like a tier list of not like the best, but just like how much I enjoyed building the decks and like how enjoyable they were to play. Just like a very personal tier list for all the heroes. See if Amarok's cost reduction can go onto other uniques. Yeah, it will be. Off you go. I would boost. I'm curious when they're gonna start previewing more cards. Probably not till December, would be my guess. You know what? The 2 rare brass bug hives, basically unbeatable. But we tried. Yeah. That after PAX Unplugged makes sense. I'm sure, like, getting ready for going to those cons and stuff takes a lot of bandwidth. They might do, like, a card or something before then, but I would guess after. Okay. I don't... Yeah, two hives is nice. That's not bad. I'm excited to hopefully open another box during the holidays, finally. I'm not excited to scan all the cards, though. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool way to do spoilers. To, like... I'm not in the PAX U channel because I can't go, and I don't want to be sad I can't go. But if they do anything at PAX East, I'll join that one because I'll be able to go to that. You've opened a lot of boxes. It makes sense that you're fast at scanning them now. Okay. I know that I should have played a character first. But Banishing Gate's okay. Final shelf and then just pop them under the... That's smart. I have not been to a PAX. I want to go. I'm probably going to go to PAX East even if Altered's not there. I'm sure there will be other things I play. Alright. They just have so much mana. It is... They have so much mana left. And yet, they have so much on the expedition already. It's crazy. Pass. They definitely got it. Yep. PAX East is in Boston. Usually. I don't know if it moves sometimes. Yep. It's a cool game. It's definitely different than Altered, but I think a lot of people play multiple card games as long as they have, like, differences. Okay. Our opponent's asking us about the premium thing for BGA, and I said, oh, just wait and it goes away. They said bad experience. Like, are you gonna concede to spite BGA? Yeah, I'm like a little confused. I'm not gonna lie. I want the brass bug hive. Okay. We'll try this. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday night. And I hope you're having a good time, YouTube. I don't know what day it is when you're watching this. Huh. Okay. I almost never see people playing the Foundry. And we both move. They're all rough games for me. There's a lot of Kojo lately. And now there's probably going to be more. It's definitely been coming back. Or not really coming back, but coming to the forefront, I guess is like how I should say it. I have a Foundry Kojo deck guide coming out tomorrow. It was going to be tonight, then I moved it back for the Robin Hood video. Nice. Everyone should definitely watch a guy trying's Kojo video tomorrow. They make my favorite deck guides for the game, actually. No one should watch my videos for the deck guides. Just to be clear, that's not the point. But you should watch a guy trying's. They're good. I have to do something? Why? Why would you do this to me? Yeah. I wonder why, like, I feel like people weren't playing it that much before. Even in, like, events. I really never saw it. Oh. Well. I guess this was kind of lucky, maybe. I'm definitely sabotaging this. Doombringer. I was honestly screwed as soon as the game started. I don't. Oh my god. Why? Why? Yeah. I've seen the Elias one. It's crazy. I think the only way I have to deal with permanents is Banishing Gate, and I don't know if I got more than one in our box. Maybe two. uh, Drawing a Sabotage would have been pretty... Actually, it wouldn't have mattered. I lied. It wouldn't have mattered. Taking a whole turn off to play Brass Bug Hive doesn't feel very good. It's only from hand though, right? Do I think there's a one drop? Right, we're just, this is called risking it. No, they passed. Okay, like, we're staying even. I think when you build a deck from one box, staying even is like the most you should ask for. If we're being honest. And I kind of wish we were drawing any spells. I think I'm learning that this deck needs more spells than it had. Yeah. Okay. So I think I just play this since we're not drawing spells anyway. I always say that the decks for the One Box Brew series should be kind of around starter deck level. And they always feel that way, except for like a couple of them feel especially weak. I still really wish we... So they want to ramp. They used a lot of mana to do that, actually. That's what I figured, Doombringer. It's definitely not half and half. I did not have enough spells to make it half and half. I know we're not gonna move twice either, but I want the tokens. Wow, they drew a card. Interesting. I'm honestly kind of surprised they did that. I'm expecting terrible things are about to happen to us. Oh. Okay, so they're gonna sabotage. Ooh, okay. Now, what I just did, highly likely to be a mistake, but you know what? I've survived this long with those two permanents out. I'm just gonna keep risking it. And I have to select something to put a counter on. So this will get 4 boost. So we'll do it on this. Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hello, Chopper. How are you? Oh, okay. Am I okay with this? We have no cards. I'm not sure why they did that. I guess they don't want to put it into mana. They just want to draw another card, I guess. Yeah, they just want to draw another card. Okay. We kind of have to keep this. Unfortunately. They are really saving this Ratatoskr for something. It's been in their reserve for forever. Okay. We are going to play the hero side. You know what? I can't believe we're ahead on the expedition. We can't do everything, but we can just boost our mountain as much as we can, I guess? I don't know. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? Playing that again. By banishing it? Ah, alright. We're gonna do it. We're playing for player error now. Hello. How are you doing, Cat? God. Like, she can't stand on my left side. So I have to because I'm right-handed, so I have to use the mouse in my right hand, and then I have to stick my left hand to the right side so she is distracted. Our other cat is funny. They have so many cards in their hand. This is like the most I've seen Bravos, or this is, how do you English? This is the highest amount of cards I've seen Bravos have at this point in the game. Just pass. Okay, wait. From anywhere you may return target character with permanent hand cost 4 or less. Yeah, that's rough. When another character joins your expedition, you may pay 1 target character other than me loses fleeting. You know what? We made a valiant effort. And it was the unique that took us down. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I spent like a month and a half defending this game and like the uniques and all Robin Hood and everything. And I don't want to say I've done a 180, but the more I see, the more I agree with people that just want uniques banned in competitive play. Yeah, this is a lot of. This is like, I usually don't see. Even when I'm playing against Bravos, I usually don't see that many cards in their hand. Awkward. They're basically the same card. Which I know is extreme, and it goes against the nature of the game. And I don't even mean from like a play. I do think from a play perspective, it's becoming a problem. But I think it's mostly becoming a problem because people are willing to spend $800 on a single card. And like, I don't like that. And I'm not a huge fan of a company being okay with that for competitive play. Okay, well you're definitely, oh, man. I mean, this Tomoe is just gonna like really screw us over. We don't have a ton of mana to work with, so I don't know what else to do besides this. Just don't play anything. Just pass. Give me one more chance. Yeah. You're not wrong. Wow, another unique. Here's target character, then we didn't gain one boost. Oh my god. Like, any other ability. And we could have stopped them. I should have played the Lady of the Lake first. Okay. Part of the reason why I don't always play the cheapest thing first, although, well, now it doesn't matter. Although it never mattered, is that I don't like the idea that the game is so systematic that you always play the cheaper thing first. I think that's concerning, and I think everyone should think that's concerning if that's like the play pattern 90% of the time. Well, they were always gonna get it. We did see some cool uniques though. That's always fun. Welcome back, everyone. Those were some games with the One Box Brew version of Afanas and Senka. So we're gonna wrap things up, talk about the games a little bit, talk about the deck, and just have a good end to a good night. So I like this hero even when it's not performing, and it's not performing because it's one box and it's me playing, so I can't fault the hero. I will say right away that we definitely need to up the spell count to make this a more competent version of Afanas and Senka. And as usual, you should always be willing to build casual decks and go play them against people, because it's the best way to learn what cards you like, what cards you dislike, what cards are good for your specific area or bad in your specific area. For example, I just never found an opportunity to play Baku and it feel good. And I don't think Baku is really like a card for Afanas, but I like the card, so of course I want to try it out. But after playing, it is a card that I would remove if I wanted to improve this deck to a more competitive level. Maybe not meta level, but just being able to hold its own a little more. Definitely up the spell count. Moored card draw is like so necessary in a deck that wants you to play a specific type of card to use the hero ability. And just in general, like, I think a lot of the characters we had are characters you see in Afanas, but just having more consistency by having 3 copies, it is kind of awkward. Tooth Fairy, I think, is actually a pretty good character, but for some reason, it just like never lined up into what our opponents were doing and just sort of fell flat every time. Although I would definitely still have a few of them in the deck. Studious Disciple, kind of likewise. This goes back to the not having enough spells, but its cost reducing effect for spells just kind of never happened because whenever we could use it, we didn't have spells in our hand. So just kind of an awkward balance of cards in general in this version of the deck, but it is what happens when you are building from a limited collection. Um, I do really like this hero, so if you're watching on YouTube and you play this hero, let me know your favorite character or your favorite spell in the deck. Feel free to let people know your advice on building the deck. And feel free to like and subscribe if you are so inclined. It's always greatly appreciated. I hope everyone's having a good time wherever you are, and I hope you're having a good life. And I'll catch you in the next one where we will be starting the last 6 One Box Brews, which are the starter deck heroes. I'm excited to see what changes in those when we're building them from one box instead of buying the starter deck. It's always for fun, but have a good day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, and I'll catch everyone next time. Bye bye.